Hey there pen friends, welcome to the channel again. Like always, it's me, your host Amy from Pen Venture, and welcome to another video review for a wonderful fountain pen collection. The latest Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero Grande Art Deco 2021 collection. And stop. I know what you're thinking. Another Leonardo Momento Zero Grande. Don't we have so many of them? Yes, we do. But this one is a little bit more different. And by the end of this video, you will see what's different about it. Recently, Leonardo announced the latest and the last limited edition collection for 2021. And it's a take on a very famous previous collection, Art Deco, made in Japanese ebonite, which is a success. Let me tell you that we did had this collection in stock. Most of the pieces were sold through pre-order, but we do have some of them left in stock, and I binged and took one for my collection. Anyway, let's get back to the whole collection. And in true Pen Venture style, I'm going to start with the ownership experience first, because there is some things that are different there. Then we will go into some of the details of this collection. Then we will go into a side-by-side size comparison, writing sample, and in the end, I'm going to share some of my personal opinions, and we are going to end the video. Let's proceed with the ownership experience. This is the box in which the fountain pen gets presented, and it's a very nice box. It's the same with other Momento Zero Grande, but the other sleeve, this one, has a more Great Gatsby, if you ask me, look to it. Art Deco Ebonite Collection 2021. And we will proceed inside because I want to show you something which is unique to this collection. And as usual, we have the booklet with information about the Leonardo collections. A black bottle of ink. This is standard. Leonardo recently ditched the idea of putting different ink colors, so they went with black for every single fountain pen. And we have the piston tool, which for this collection is offered with the fountain pen. The entire collection numbers 4 different colors, and the previous Art Deco collection numbered 5 individual colors. Each color is available in 2 trim options, gold or rhodium, silver. And I'm going to show you which of the fountain pens we do have in stock at this moment. This is the black ebonite. Then we have red. Each of them have different and individual colors. If I'm not mistaken, the red one is called terracotta red, but don't quote me on that. Then we have brown. There is another color, blue, which I'm going to try to find a picture and to attach it someplace in the video. And there is another part of this collection which is exclusive to a different retailer, which is not offered to everyone, and that comes in a different color. Let's move further and proceed to some of the details, because I want to show you what's different from other Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero Grande fountain pens, and also from the previous edition what's different and how it looks, everything. I'm going to base my review on the black fountain pen because that is my personal fountain pen, this one right here, and we will go through some of the details. First of all, it looks quite similar to the other Art Deco fountain pen, if you ask me. So here is a caption side by side with that one. This is the previous model and this is the new one, and I'm going to try to jump in between with them so you guys can distinct in between the changes that were made through this collection. Cap finial is pointy, just like any other Momento Zero Grande fountain pen. It starts to flare out towards the cap band, and it is very, very nicely ornated with this geometrical pattern, to say so, of lines, and it looks very, very nice. The pattern is a little bit more different than what we had on the previous edition. This is more of a Greek key design than anything, and this is a more modern interpretation of a Greek key, if you ask me. It looks very, very good because it's made of different textures. As you can see, those lines that are finely engraved make the ebonite look satin, and the shiny parts are very, very nicely integrated to offer a 3D effect on the overall look of the fountain pen. The clip is similar, just like the one that we had on the previous edition with the small wheel. This is a very practical clip. Then we have this part right here, which is the cap band configuration, to say so. And we have two smaller rings. In between them, we have a larger cap band with the same geometrical interpretation of the Greek key design on it, just like it's on the entire fountain pen. Opposite to the clip, we have Italy right here, and on the first edition, we had this three rings, a more sleek and more minimalistic look, if you ask me. Sloping down from the cap towards the barrel, we have this small step down, which is very good polished and it doesn't stick out too much. And we have one complete turn, 1.25 of a turn, to say so, to uncap the fountain pen. We're greeted by the nib. This time Leonardo offered a Jovo 14 karat gold nib on this Art Deco 2021 collection. This nib is available in a few different sizes: extra fine, fine, medium, broad, and a stub. I do believe it's a 1.1 millimeter stub, 14 karat gold, and there are two specialty options: elastic extra fine and elastic fine. On this previous edition, we had the old style Bock nib. Here is a look for those two nibs side by side, and we have ebonite feeds on both of these fountain pens. On the first edition, we had a colored ebonite feed in red. Here is my personal piece of the previous Art Deco collection. This red, it's a little bit stained with blue, but I don't mind that. On this edition, we have the plain black ebonite. The nib has this beautiful, beautiful Leonardo logo imprint on it. Leonardo, Italy, 14 karat, 585, and the size of the nib, in this case, extra fine, because I started to go into the lower, finer points. Big difference, we have the section. Have a look. This is a much more chunky section for the Art Deco 2021 collection, still made in ebonite. It has no metal ring. It's much more chunky than this other one from the previous model, and if you ask me, it's a little bit more ergonomic. I would like to add on this fountain pen the option to add a size 8 gold nib. I tried to pull all the strings. Leonardo said no, because this takes a lot of time from manufacturing and assembly, so I'm pretty sure they didn't offer this privilege to other collectors, to the best of my knowledge, to have a size 8 gold nib for this fountain pen. And this is a section that I find quite comfortable, although it's, I do believe it's something like 11 to 12 millimeters in size. Just to be sure, I'm going to try to put my measuring device 12 millimeters, just like I told you. It is a little bit more chunky and different from the other Momento Zero Grandes out there. We have the cap threads right here. Those are quite shiny and they don't stick out too much. They're not sharp. You can grip the fountain pen a little bit more higher. We have this ring right here, which marks the beginning of the barrel. The barrel starts again with the thickest point right here, and it continues down, tapering in towards this ring, which marks the end of the barrel. The barrel is ornated with the same geometrical pattern, just like the cap, and this is very, very nicely displayed on the body of the fountain pen. We find no Leonardo Officina Italiana engraving and the number of the limited edition, just like the first Art Deco collection. But we do find only the number on the side right here. This is number 34 of 100. So we have 100 fountain pens for each of the 4 different colors. So in total 400 fountain pens as a limited edition. A very nice touch, we have this ring which is engraved with the same geometrical pattern just like the barrel of the fountain pen, and it looks so good. We have the piston knob, and this is also engraved with the same pattern. This fountain pen features a in-house made piston filling mechanism by Leonardo Officina Italiana. It holds a huge ink volume and it is detachable. So from this model, we have another different thing. We have a piston that you can detach using the tool, and I'm pretty sure you will find a few instructions in my previous videos how to do that safely. Be very careful when you're washing this fountain pen of ink to not get any water on the back of the piston through here, because that can corrode the inner works of the piston and you can have a seized piston. The end finial is just like the cap finial, pointy, and pretty much that sums up the whole details for the Art Deco 2021 collection. There are some of the things that I deem to be very important and I left them for this part of the video. It's different, it's a little bit more bigger than any other Leonardo Momento Zero Grande, and that is a good thing. I would like to show you a side-by-side size comparison with the previous edition. Have a look. It is a whole centimeter, well, maybe not a centimeter, maybe 8 millimeters to say so, bigger than any other Leonardo Momento Zero Grande, and I find this to be very interesting. It's a little bit more girthy and weighty, and the whole weight is evenly distributed. It has a different feel because of the section. Some of the colors are maybe a little bit more dull than what you see in the official pictures. This is the red, which is carmine red or terracotta red. I don't know, I always get mixed the names of these fountain pens. The brown looks very good. Most of the blue fountain pens sold in the pre-order period very quickly, but if you ask me, some of the best combination for colors would be if you want something very classy, the black with gold trims, or if you want something to really be elegant and fine, would be the brown with gold trims. At this moment we only have the black with gold trims, the red I do believe in both trims, and the brown only in rhodium. This overall made me go forward and have this fountain pen for my personal fountain pen collection. Although I have the first edition of the Art Deco series in this black ebonite, this is the true beauty of Japanese ebonite. It keeps itself very shiny because usually ebonite has a tendency to become satin-like, if you ask me, and it's changing, and on the section this turned out to be a little bit more satinated than the overall look of the fountain pen. And I do love that ebonite is a material that's alive, it's working, it's constantly changing, and I love it for that. I would like to know how those fountain pens and also the ones from the previous edition looked after being used and sitting in direct sunlight, because usually ebonite changes colors in time with many years. Now I would like to put the fountain pen side by side with other fountain pens, and I choose the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande Art Deco 2021 to sit in between its siblings from the Leonardo pen family, because why not? Most of you guys that are watching a Leonardo review already have Leonardo fountain pens in your collection, and I would like to show you how it sits side by side with other models from Leonardo so you can assess this change in size. And we have here the Leonardo Momento Zero in blue, Leonardo Momento Zero Grande Art Deco first edition, Leonardo Momento Zero Grande Art Deco 2021 Furore Grande and a first edition Furore. As you can see, the Art Deco 2021 is the biggest of them all. Uncapped, as you can see, the Leonardo Art Deco 2021 sits much more closer to its siblings. It's almost in between a Furore Grande and a Leonardo Momento Zero Grande in regards of length. Let's have a few dimensions for the fountain pen. Capped, the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande Art Deco 2021 measures 160 millimeters, uncapped 140 millimeters, posted 178 millimeters, and the total weight of the fountain pen capped and fully inked is 35 grams and uncapped is 23 grams. Just like I told you, recently I've begun to go lower into the nib sizes for my personal collection. So this time we have the pen. This is the Leonardo Art Deco 2021 black. We have the ink, and this is Lamy Pacific blue. The nib is Yovo 14 karat gold extra fine size. The paper is Tomoe River paper 52 GSM by Hobonichi. And now let me show you how it sits in regards of the ink flow. It's quite a wet, extra fine if you ask me, but in regards of being so wet that it writes like a fine nib, I wouldn't put it like that. Now let's have some normal figure of eights, and it's a quite fine line. I wouldn't say Japanese extra fine, but you got me. And no, let's have some flex, and we can squeeze out some line variation, although it's not so much, but it does offer a certain flexy aspect to the overall performances of this nib. This is quite a rigid nib. Don't try to push it. If you want something that can offer softness and a little bit of flex, you can go for the elastic fine or elastic extra fine options. This is a nib that has a little bit of feedback in regards of being an extra fine. I do enjoy pleasant feedback, nothing very sharp and toothy, but again, you need to feel that you're writing with a fountain pen at the end of the day, if you know what I mean. Now let's write the famous sentence: the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. It is a nib that hardly has something wrong with it. It's beautiful, it's wet, it's feedbacky, and I love it. I love this Yovo nibs, and although I wasn't a huge supporter of this choice, changing from the bulk nibs to Yovo nibs by Leonardo, at the end of the day, they went ahead, and the result is very nice. I have to admit that I've been testing quite a lot of these fountain pens with Yovo nibs, and consistency, it's a touch better from Yovo. Anyway, each and every single fountain pen sold by Pen Venture is checked, and if it's needed to be adjusted, it will be adjusted by myself. And now let's put the fountain pen right here, and let's have a few of my personal thoughts. Because this review is about Leonardo, I don't even know where to start. 2021 was on fire for Leonardo. So many beautiful fountain pens, and each and every single edition has something new, something beautiful, different material, different nib, different model, and I love them because they are so innovating, and each and every single time they come up with something, it's selling just like that. And in the case of the Art Deco, we had a tremendous success. Thank you for your patience, for each and every one of you who placed a pre-order with PenVenture, because as soon as we had them in stock, they were sent out. I ordered a few of them that were besides the orders that we sold, just to have them for some of you guys that missed out on owning one. I love this fountain pen a lot because it's a little bit more bigger, chunkier. The different section makes it unique in the Leonardo range, if you ask me, for a Momento Zero Grande. I love the nibs. I love the piston filling mechanism, which works very nice. You can detach it, wash the fountain pen inside, clean it, grease the piston. That offers a lot of versatility. Also, the material used for this fountain pen, which is Japanese ebonite, is spectacular. I would put it out there. This is one of the fountain pens which are made in ebonite, and I just simply love it because it keeps its shine for so many years. I had the other fountain pen from the first Art Deco ebonite collection, and it's still shiny, and I love it because it's not going to go satin, although could be something that I look forward to see in the years, if it's going to keep its shine or if it's going to become a little bit more satin. It's a different feel, a warm feel to this material. Also particular to ebonite, it's not that weighty as a metal, wood, resin. It's not going to stain, it's not going to change its shape, it's not going to crack unless you drop this fountain pen on the ground. But that is common to pretty much every single material. If you ask me, you need something that's made in titanium, or I don't know, something really rough. It could take a beating. This fountain pen, probably if you drop it, you will find that's going to crack. I love this fountain pen, and I love it so much that I wanted to own one in my personal fountain pen collection. That sums up my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know your opinion in the comment section down below. Also, I'm going to leave you the link for the remaining pieces of the Art Deco 2021 collection that we have in stock. If you want to have them from PenVenture, let me know how you want your nib to ride, and be sure that I will take care of it personally. Thank you for spending your time on the PenVenture YouTube channel. Thank you for your support. I hope you enjoy my content. If you do so, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the algorithm to reach out to many more just like you. Also, down below you'll find the details for our shop, our email, phone number, anything and everything that you may need to get in contact with us. I know that many of you that are watching my videos are not subscribed yet, so make a good deed. It's the end of the year. Subscribe, you have this button right here, click and turn the notification bell on. And if you want to see more quality content from PenVenture and myself, you have this video right here. You can click and enjoy. My name is Emi, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, happy holidays, bye bye.